Hi YouTube, this is KristenMoonrise. Welcome back to my channel. I am an astrologer, life coach, and data scientist, and today we're going to talk about the upcoming total solar eclipse in Aries on Monday, April 8th. So on Monday, March 25th, we had the lunar eclipse in Libra, and I totally felt that. In fact, a lot of people did. A lot of people talked about how they couldn't sleep that night, and there was just a lot of heavy energy. So it definitely had quite the ripple effect on people's subconscious. So you still might be feeling that energy, really heavy energy. So definitely check out my previous video on that lunar eclipse in Libra video, and I've linked it here. So on Monday, April 8th, the total North Node solar eclipse is when the Earth moves through the moon's shadow. The dark gray cone behind the moon indicates the region of space where the moon appears to completely cover the sun's disk, the moon's umbra, and the light gray area around it shows where the moon appears to partially cover the sun's disk, or the moon's penumbra. So the dark shadow means the direct path of the eclipse, and the light shadow, if you're in that region, you see the eclipse partially. But regardless of the path, you will need protective eyewear, so definitely go and get them now. And again, if you need a better understanding on what is a lunar eclipse and what is a solar eclipse, this one is solar because the sun is dimmer. With the lunar eclipse that we just had, the moon is dimmer. So with astrology, eclipses are considered a dramatic calling for drastic change, mainly with world and religious leaders or figureheads of any kind, which are represented by the sun in astrology. Eclipses are powerful periods of change and revelation, and so they happen when the moon gets within 18 degrees of the lunar nodes, which represent our karmic points. So as you can see, the US is really being highlighted. Texas has been a big theme with the eclipses, so I will be staying home and watching it from there as I did the last time. I've linked in the description box this website where you can see more images and videos and other visuals highlighting the path of the total solar eclipse. So this eclipse is happening in the sign of Aries, and I've left a lot more elaboration on the description of Aries in the description box, but essentially Aries is the alpha, rambunctious, headstrong, and impulsive of all of the signs. So I've got two charts here. Both are situated for Waco, Texas, as it is a city directly in the pathway of the eclipse. The total solar North Node eclipse in Aries is on Monday, April 8th at 1:40 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Is on the direct path of the eclipse, which is the inner wheel, but the new moon being at 0% visibility happens about 20 minutes before, which is the outer wheel. So other than a few statistical points such as the part of fortune, the lot of spirit, the ascendant and the descendant, there's not much change, and not any with the other planets. All this is happening 19 degrees of Aries conjunct the sun. Eclipses happen within 18 degrees of the lunar nodes, and we see the North Node here at 15 degrees of Aries in the 9th house. We've got Pluto in the air sign of Aquarius, Mars, Saturn, Neptune in the water sign of Pisces, Venus, Sun, Moon, Mercury in the fire sign of Aries, and Jupiter and Uranus in the earth sign of Taurus. We also see the planets are all bundled in 4 consecutive signs, and that shows being focused on one outcome. So this is basically applying your mindset to one subject and becoming the expert at it. So the energies of this Aries new supermoon is so strong. So Aries represents the head, I am energy. 2024 is a year of the dragon. It's also a number 8 year, the first new moon of the astrological year. It's a super moon and it's an eclipse. So I don't know what else we can pack onto that. These energies are so strong, and if you don't move forward with your goals now, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you just really don't want things to manifest for yourself. You may not really want them if you can't take all these powerful energies and really use it to your benefit to move forward. This is why Aries is my second favorite sign after Leo, of course, because it initiates, it's a self-starter. So we need to expect powerful change in this new start, in this new beginning, and we need to take bold action and step out of our comfort zones. We need to be bold and make the first move. We need to be self-oriented and putting ourselves first. All of this is happening at the North Node in the ninth house of mental exploration and long distance travel. So this is requiring us to expand, and perhaps being out of our comfort zone means that we can finally succeed instead of just circling the drain. And so expect to make leaps in areas that you've been stuck in for quite a while, and give yourself the permission to move forward. Don't wait around for someone else to give you permission, or wait around for you to make the next move because you're waiting on someone else to do something. This is your life. So this can mean having a plan for yourself. What does your life look like? Where do you live? What does your ideal body type look like? What are the characteristics of your ideal partner? Are you making a career transition, and how are you going to get there? What does your spirituality look like? Turn your dreams into reality. Stand in your identity. Be unwavering. Set yourself up for success. And you don't have to fight anyone for your desires to happen. You create your desired opportunities. Let confidence be your default setting. And present yourself as a secure individual. So stop showcasing your weak points. And I see that so much on social media. It's like as soon as you log on, you see someone blasting or introducing themselves by telling you what their insecurities are. And so you're associating people with what they're insecure about. And yes, we all have insecurities. No one is without that, but we don't need to introduce ourselves by our weak points. We need to introduce ourselves by what our strengths are. That needs to read from our energy. So if you didn't move the needle all year, people are probably really bored of you at this point. I mean, there's been some people where they've been stuck at the same place, and I'm kind of surprised, and I just have to let them be. But if you don't want to be that person, you definitely need to be interesting and definitely evolve in your spirituality, in your career, in your life overall. So I've got this bar plot here which shows us how many planets are in each of the elements. So we've got 3 planets in water signs, but that's really just in Pisces. That brings our emotions to the forefront. We've got 4 planets in the fire sign of Aries, but we've got even more headstrong willpower and fire energy than we do the emotional water energy. So let your emotions really drive you to take action and change your environment. Get to that point of no return. A lot of us, we don't make these moves until we get so emotional about it that we blow up, and then we make the move, we make the leaps, then we're a completely different person because we let our emotions really push us forward. So use that to your benefit at this point. So it's less on needing to be grounded, which is represented by the earth energy, earth signs, and less thinking about things, which is represented by the air signs, as we need to get up and go. So this is not about sitting around and thinking about things. This is time for action. We've mulled over it, we've thought about it, we've grounded about it, yes, but now is the time for action. So we cannot leave without another type of visual on really getting these energies solid. So what we really want to embody are 2 tarot cards here. We've got the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is telling us that we need to be in charge of our future, our emotions, our direction in life. And this is telling us to not be afraid to take the lead. We've got the skill sets that we need. And so we see that he is overseeing his accomplishments, his creations, and what he has built thus far. And so I think we also can embody energy of the Emperor. We've got to have our values and our boundaries determined, which are set internally. And so we need to be unmoving about this. We need to, but stubborn, but very stable with what this means. So our values, our boundaries, we set them first within ourselves. That becomes us, and then we walk out into the world with that. We don't base our boundaries on other people, really. We set them internally within ourselves, what we are willing to put up with, deal with, what we are available for. And so the Emperor is also telling us to show up in our personal power and be mindful of our energy, as it may turn a lot of people off, but you need this for yourself. You really need to be initiating a lot of things. So essentially, you want to make sure that your journey is reflecting your growth, no matter how ugly it may get. But you don't want to come out looking haggard and tired at the end. You should expect to be successful, standing up tall, uh, confident, but also self-aware and being a full expert of yourself. You should constantly be learning about yourself and growing and being an expert of self. That's really what spirituality is all about. But remember, nothing happens without your permission. You have to apply yourself and create those opportunities. So that's the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you check out the total solar eclipse in Aries on Monday, April 8th. Definitely check out where it's happening, what time it's happening, where you are located. Get those eclipse goggles. Definitely like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can check out my website for astrological consulting as well as life coaching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.